Hammers up, everyone. Towley here. 8.3 Visions of N'Zoth is upon us. The time is now. Well, the time is like in a week and a half. And we've waited, man, like 7 months for this goddamn patch. It's probably been the longest patch drought break in the middle of an expansion we've ever had in the history of WoW. That could have been due to the holidays, them trying to get this whole corruption system right. But let's talk about that. By the way, you're currently watching footage of a horrific vision of N'Zoth, which is a lot of the bulk of the patch revolves around these horrific visions and upgrading your legendary cloak. So I'm just showing you guys some footage from when I was doing the Orgrimmar vision. And it's pretty cool. Just, you know, I can explain this on my streams later. But I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something real quick. Corruption gear. Now, as you know, there is no Titan Forging and War Forging in 8.3. Yay, hooray! Everyone's like, oh, finally it's gone. And now it's corruption gear. So your gear has a chance to be corrupted. The more corruption you get, the more intense debuffs you receive. And you can get yourself killed pretty easily if you don't watch out for how much corruption you have. Now, you also have corruption resistance, which comes from your essences, the new ones, and your legendary cloak, which I just mentioned. You can level through these horrific visions on a weekly basis. Now, we can talk about that some other time. Like I said, watch the stream, twitch.tv/Towley. And, you know, I'm going to take you through every step of the way once 8.3 launches, like I always do for every damn patch for the past goddamn decade. By the way, Happy New Year's 2020. What's up? Breathe. Rap God. Okay, so I look at corruption, right? And now when a gear procs corruption, you'll have the corruption itself plus 10, plus 20, plus 35, plus 25, whatever. But then you get like, you know, like a positive either proc or a statistic boost. It could be crit damage, increased crit percentage, increased haste by 16% from all sources, mastery, verse. And as of right now, these statistics are multiplicative. So let's say you pop a trinket that has like, you know, 1500 haste and you're currently wearing 30% more haste from corruption. That's sweet. That's fucking sweet. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. But you have to hope that you actually proc a good piece of corruption gear. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want to get y'all's maybe feedback on my next statement. Does corruption gear procking remind anyone else out there of Legion Legendaries in 7.0? Anybody? Where's my dog? Oh, nay. I don't know. Because I thought about it just like a couple days ago. And I was doing these horrific visions on my stream and I'm talking to my chat and I'm like, holy shit. You think, remember in the beginning of Legion, let me give you guys a proper reminisce, because apparently people have a lot of amnesia when it comes to Legion. Now, Legion was my second favorite expansion of all time, next to Burning Crusade. But people have Legion amnesia, like it started out with sprinkles and rainbows and goats farting out fucking, you know, sprinkle-covered ice cream. That wasn't the fucking case. If you remember correctly, there were a lot of guilds, a lot of players, even you know, from the top to the bottom, that if in their first 2 or 3 pieces of legendary gear that they received, they didn't get their best in slot, especially like mages, they literally re-leveled a new character. That's asinine to think about that, right? They re-leveled a character. They took their main character that they've been working on for maybe 10 years, 15 years, 7, 8 years, just threw it out the fucking window because they needed to proc their best in slot legendaries for raiding, for maximum output, you know, for simming and all that shit that you DPS people do out there with the raid bots and the thing and the queue time, and then you get the statistics and it says do this and that and bada bing bada bang, you know? And it's literally horrid because I thought about it, I'm like, oh my god, this is corruption gear. It's Blizzard mimicking legendaries from Legion. Like, what if in my first 3 pieces of corruption gear that I get in 8.3, it's like you get 5% of your haste as avoidance, or you get like 6% mastery or something, or I don't, yeah, you know, like, what do I do? Now I'm stuck with it. I guess I just put it in my inventory. Now you can go to Mother in the Chamber of the Heart and you can cleanse it. That you can do. You can cleanse the gear, but it'll take away the corruption and the proc. So it takes away the positive and the negative. You just keep the item level in case it's higher. And I need to, like, I don't know, like, are we gonna see this again? Are people from Limit and Method gonna be able to just re-level a character to get better procs off of their first couple of, pieces of gear? No, they won't. I'll tell you why. Because then they'd have to re-level essences. Get fucked. Then they'd have to re-level essences. No one's gonna do that, right? So pretty much you're stuck with what you got. Or you switch your main to like your second backup, or whatever your backup DPS was gonna be, right? If you were playing let's say a rogue as your main, and you've got terrible procs on your rogue, and then fuck it, I guess I'll go on my demon hunter, see if he gets lucky. Because that might have to be the case with me. Like, I plan on using my prop paladin in 8.3, to tank. I use my brewmaster and my paladin for the majority of Eternal Palace. But if Tally doesn't get the correct procs, then shit, man. Like, if he gets really shitty procs, but then on my brewmaster, when I do the first week of his shit, and he starts getting like, oh my god, everything verse procs, procs of verse, and there, I'm fucking good. By the way, this is the finale of the Horrific Vision, by the way. In this vision, we try to defeat Thrall. Now, the demon hunter that I'm playing with, Iska, has been helping me out. Shout out to him in the PTR for the past week. This dude's been playing the PTR for such a long time that he has like a souped up legendary cloak, and he can kind of res me every time I die in these visions. Like, if you've been watching while I've been yapping, I've been just getting killed left and right. So you'll see that this was, I think, a full completed run of the vision, which means you'll get 5 chests at the end of the vision that gives you more currency to do more visions in the future, gives you mementos, which you need to upgrade your talent tree to make these easier as time goes on, plus gear, yada yada yada, a bunch of essences stuff that, like I said, you'll see when I stream it on Twitch. But yeah, man, corruption equals Legion Legendaries. And how did that just hit me? I swear, I got mad at myself because I'm like, and the whole time, and like I said, I like the corruption system. I think it's a really fun way to play with your character. As you can see right there, that little eye with the circle, that's part of my corruption. That's because I have like 35 corruption, so I get a little eye beam, a little eye that has a area of effect underneath me, and it makes me take more damage. But just trying to manage your corruption, min-maxing it, simming it, at least, for tanks. I can't wait to see how Raidbots figures all that shit out, like how the whole simming thing works. But yeah, man, I'm just getting these bad vibes that people are just going to be like, well, fuck this. Didn't get the right corruption proc. It's over. See you later. I guess I'll play this game next year or something. I don't know. But yeah. So here we go. This is the end of the vision. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it not even comparable? Or, as you can see right there, I'm getting like little tokens that I need to make my rank 3 of the new essences. I'm getting mementos, and this is the main box for beating Thrall. You get the upgrade token for your cloak, and then I got that piece of gear, which, there you go. Your avoidance is increased by an amount equal to 5% of your haste. See, if I were to get that as my first fucking corruption piece, I would be like, fuck. What the hell, man? I don't want this. I want haste. Increases all haste sources by 16%. That would be what I want. God damn, I'll see you guys later. Shit. Fucking avoidance. What the fuck?